Alrighty guys, welcome back to Cobra Vids. What we're doing is we're going to work on our Husqvarna chainsaw. And this is why you should never run your chain on your chainsaw loose. Here's why. First off, I'm going to get this open here. Get the cover off of here. Okay. Pretty dirty. Perfect time to get it cleaned up. Let's get the bar out of the way. Alrighty guys, here is story time. I was out on the property. I was doing some work and my chain started getting a little loose. So I figured, now what the hell, we'll go ahead and let it do its thing. I got a little bit more trees to cut, so let's just go ahead and just finish it off. Well, that was a mistake, a big mistake, and I'm about to show you all why that was a mistake. We've got the top cover off, we've got the side cover off, and now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to somehow seize up the motor temporarily so that I can get the clutch off. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. Let me turn my music back in my ear here. All right, first off, we're going to pull off the spark plug. If you don't have that that wrench that came with it, it's just a 19. It fits on there beautifully snug. Let's go ahead and pull the spark plug off. Okay, not hard at all. Shouldn't be. I've used this thing for many hours, and to look at the plug, you know, it looks pretty good. I don't see any issues with it. I'm going to have to replace it really soon. Guess I should have already done it, but oh well. You know how that goes. Alrighty, well, most guys who will do this technique will use like a nylon starter cord. Well, I don't have that, so I'm going to have to use just a standard twine here. And what you're going to do is you're going to fill up this hole. You're going to fill up the cylinder with it so that when you start rotating the clutch and that piston tries to come up, it's going to be jammed and it's not going to spin freely. And that's how you seize up the motor in order to get that out. And then you have to remember to back it off a little bit, and you should be able to pull all of your string that you stuffed in there. I guess I could go to the store and get some, but for this purpose, I'm just going to use some nylon or some of this twine here. This is like a cotton twine. It'll work. All you have to do is just provide enough padding in there for that piston to get bound up. And it shouldn't really damage the shouldn't damage the engine at all doing it this way. An old timer showed me this trick before. Alright, so we just get a little bit more in there. Stuff it in there a little bit more. I know what you're thinking. You're not supposed to stuff things in your combustion chamber. Well, we are now. And then I'm going to leave just a little bit up so I can start working it out after I get the thing done. So, if you look at the threads, how it comes off. I think it might come off this way. There we go. You see that? I hope you saw that. Because that came off pretty damn easy. Alright. So the clutch sits in there like that and spins counterclockwise to tighten. All I did was stuff this up. I use this flathead to help turn it to lock it in. And then I just put this drift right here, right in here, and just gave it a few taps and it came right off. Not hard at all, guys. You can do this. Alright. Now, just, whoa, I almost dropped a bearing. We need that bearing. Alright, so here is what we have. See that deep groove right there in the gears? Well, that's not supposed to be there. And that's what happens when you have a loose chainsaw. It slips and it just starts digging down. And And I thought something was wrong with my chainsaw or my chain, so I bought a new chain, and then it immediately started acting like it was slipping, and so that made me think, oh, okay, I just need to tighten my chain. Well, it tightened up so fast, I only got maybe 20 minutes of use in it, and the chain acted like it was stretched so bad that it wouldn't even work anymore. I couldn't tighten it up anymore. So I started investigating it, and that's when I discovered this groove in every tooth. So the little tabs that this gear catches was just slipping right through, and I wasn't getting any cutting done. So let me go grab a new one. All right, here's a brand new one. I hope it's right. Bought it a while back. Looks good. All the gears look good too. And now you could see what's wrong with this one here. And one thing I noticed is these have holes in them, maybe to help cool it down. You know, drilled, slotted, air cooled. So bearings, the bushings look good. Okay, so now all we got to do theoretically is remount it in the reverse order that we put it in. And so it went in there with that bearing just fine. So now we're going to take a look at this. We're going to think, okay, this here goes against, so it goes back on like that. And as you will be able to see, this will actually spin backwards. As I get it, that spins backwards, just like that. And now what we have to do is we have to rotate the engine back the other way. Okay, right there, guys. Now what we have to do is bring our piston to where it's in the middle there, so that we can start removing our rope. Whoops, lost an ear, bud. Now we're going to turn it, just make sure that it turns. All right. Now what we got to do is put the spark plug back in. And the really neat thing about this clutch is, even if I didn't get it all the way tight, when I first engaged that clutch, it's going to finish snugging it up. So as long as you get it solid, it'll finish tightening it up easily. Remember, you don't want to over torque your spark plugs in an aluminum head. There we go. All right, so that's done. So let's pop the spark plug back on. What is this here? Oh, wow, this is the filter. An air filter? Oh, wow, look at that, guys. That is an air filter right there. It might help the operation of this chainsaw if we just blow all that out. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now when it's all together, it should run just fine with that new gear in there. I need to replace my chain, so I can't really do a full test, but I can give you my Cobra Vids guarantee that this thing is going to run just fine. But this is exactly why you should never run your chainsaw with a loose chain, because that will happen and you'll have to replace it. Now, keep in mind, I got probably 100 hours of use on this chainsaw so far, so it's really expected to do some maintenance and repairs. I do have to change the plug because that plug is the original plug, so There's a lot of hours on it. I'm starting to have a hard time getting it started, so my thought is that this spark plug will need to be changed real soon. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for joining in, and as always, stay safe, stay free, and you know what? We'll catch you on the next one. Happy New Year, guys.